4 days like no other.
Who are the punters backing?
It's the one we've all been waiting for.
World-class racing.
The greatest show on turf.
The calm before the roar.
Betfred, at the heart of Cheltenham.
Hello and welcome to Betfred on day one of the greatest show on turf. It's going to be a very different Cheltenham this year, but there's two gambles going on. Appreciate It in the Supreme and Honeysuckle in what looks like a sweet champion hurdle.
Shishkin being lifted on the far side by Nicola Boyville. It's very tight between them.
Put the kettle on is plucky and she simply will not be denied.
Eppertont is in front and she's not for catching. Running towards the line. Honeysuckle is in front. She's trying to fend off the challenge and she's done it. Oh, what a lead. Emphatic. Champ storming through. Barry Geraghty on Champ has lifted the prize late on. A first festival victory. The champion chasers Politologue. Sam Crow has his head in front. Mellon rallies close to the finish. It's tight. 50 yards to go. Min is hanging on grimly to win the Ryanair.
Listener Oscar has taken the stayers hurdle. Gosha makes a desperate mistake. Burning victory has won the triumph hurdle. Monkfish is running as they hit the line. Monkfish in the centre.
Album photo, Violet. Album photo. Back-to-back goal cups.
As everyone keeps saying, it's going to be a very different Cheltenham festival, but at least we've got one as well. We didn't have one in 2001, and there's gambles going on, Fred, and the shops aren't open, but we're here to entertain. Hopefully some of our shop customers are watching. We're here to entertain them and give them some value.
Well, I hope we are talking to people because I miss the shop so much. I mean, it's been a big part of my life, but I still get the buzz of Cheltenham. You know, we just saw them clips on there. My stomach started churning over. I've had some fantastic days where I've made a lot of money, and I've had days when I've done my brains in, I've lost a fortune there. But, you know, it is the best week of the year. It's in both punting terms and entertainment. I cannot think of a better race meeting in the world, anywhere whatsoever. This is the place.
Agreed, and we're about to see 28 winners over 4 days. And Matt, it's a couple of gambles going on, especially in the first, the Supreme and the Champion Hurdle.
It certainly is. Yeah, that VT got your blood flowing and gives you goosebumps, does it? It is, of course, day one of the Cheltenham Festival, and as always, the traditional curtain raiser is the Supreme Novices Hurdle, due off at 120, and a gamble, as you say, Mark, on Appreciate It in that one for Willie Mullins. In the Arkle as well, we've got Shishkin, a red-hot favourite in that one at 155. The first handicap of the week is at 2:30 with the Ultimate. The feature is the Champion Hurdle, Honeysuckle, 10 from 10, and she's been gambled on as well in the 305. The Mares Hurdle is at 340. We've got the Juvenile handicap at 450, and we end with the National Hunt Chase as well at 450. And of course, you mentioned 28 races, Mark. We're best odds guaranteed all races at Cheltenham from the morning of the race. So best odds guaranteed all races at Cheltenham. 7 races today and 4 short ones, Mark.
Certainly are, but I think Fred might get involved in those very, very shortly. Right, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, come on, get involved. Send Fred a question, send us abuse. And now we've already asked the question that I need a haircut, so there's no need to send that comment in. I do need a haircut, I know that. Right, we're top price all runners for Champion Hurdle. Top price all runners for Champion Hurdle, but you might want to click on the mobile app in a moment after listening to Fred. Fred, what are you going to do first of all?
You want me to start with doing my pushes?
Yes, please.
Right, well, I'm going to start with a double. I'm going to start with the double in the first 2 races, the 120 and the 155. Appreciate It and Shishkin. Before I came on, I'd worked it out. It's about 13 to 8 the double, something like that.
Yep.
13 to 8 the double. Not to you, it's not. I'm pushing it out from 13 to 8 to 2 to 1. 2 to 1 the double, appreciate it, and Shiskin.
At the moment, you've got an odds on in the first, odds on in the second, but you're not scared, you're taking them on.
You've got to take them on at Cheltenham. What's the point in living if you're not going to have a bet and get stuck into it? I'm here for it, Mark. I want to lay bets today, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the champion hurdle next.
Well, you're already top price, everything in a champion hurdle. So right now you are 5 to 4, Honeysuckle, 6 to 5. I'm seeing at Paddy Power, 6 to 5 at Sky Bet. So you're 6 to 5 at William Hill. You're already top price at 5 to 4, Honeysuckle.
Do me a favour, stop giving me advice on other people's prices. That's not my price. What price am I going to go? You can have, and when I say you, I don't mean you, I mean you, all my customers, while it's there, get on now at 6 to 4 Honeysuckle. 6 to 4 Honeysuckle. There it is for you on the board.
Wow. Well, we were top price already at 6 to 4. I'm just going to put my glasses on. So bet £3.65 at 5 to 4. Sky Bet at 6 to 5. William Hill at 6 to 5. Paddy Power at 6 to 5. We are now at 6 to 4. We were already at top price. We're definitely top price now.
We're top price now. I love this meeting. And you know, when I get it right, I'll make a lot of money. When I get it wrong, I'll lose a lot of money. So let's see what happens today.
So appreciate it, odds on in the first. Shiskin, odds on in the second. There's another hot pot today.
Yeah, there is another one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in a treble. Appreciate it. Shishkin and Concertista. It works out before it came on the treble. It worked out at 5 to 1 the treble. Not to you, it's not. 7 to 1 you can have the treble. 7 to 1. There it is on the board. Appreciate it. Sishkin and Concertista.
It's actually...
It's 9 to 2
yeah,
on
I was going
there.
to say, it's not like you to get your maths wrong.
No, well, forget that 9 to 2. 7 to 1 is your new price. That's my maths. 7 to 1.
Matt's waiting for you. I think you've got one more up your sleeve.
Matt, the 450. Tell me now, please, what price is next destination?
Next destination, you actually joined top. This has been a big gamble, Fred. 5 to 2 here. We're 9 to 4 Ladbrokes and Corals, but the best price is 5 to 2, and we are also 5 to 2.
Matt, please tell me, is there anybody 3 to 1?
No one's 11 to 4, Fred. So if you want to go top, 11 to 4 will be top.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want to go 11 to 4. I want to go 3 to 1 next destination. And that's me done at Cheltenham. That's what money in the till tonight or money out of the till.
Well, if the short ones win, it's going to be a very, very expensive day. Right then, don't know how long those are going to last, by the way. We do lay them, we're laying properly, but we don't know how long they're going to last. And if you're watching us not live a bit later on, those prices will have gone. And if you're thinking, well, how do I get these prices? We've got a bit of an incentive as well. We've got a sign-up offer as well for Betfred. Watch this.
Sign up to Betfred this Cheltenham using promo code CHELT40 and get up to £40 in free bets when you stake £10. Betfred, at the heart of Cheltenham. Download our app or visit betfred.com.
So look at that, we'll get you going. Bet £10 and you get £40 in free bets. And there's all sorts of special offers today as well. I mean, for example, in the Supreme, if you finish second, you'll get a free bet up to £10 back as well. We've got extra places. We've got those Fred's pushes as well. Matt will be proving they're at top price very, very shortly. Right, so we are doing this every day. We're coming on at midday and we're doing pushes with Fred. We've got a morning line at 9 o'clock every day. We're going to build up as well. We've got a huge team working here at Betfred. Let's go live to the course and join our man at the track. It's Talk Sports, Rupert Bell.
Well, welcome to day one of the Cheltenham Festival. Overcast conditions, there's bits and spots of rain. Had a bit of rain overnight, but the ground conditions soft, good to soft in places. Standing by the winning post, and the ground, well, it feels just about as perfect as you can get given the winter that we've had this year. But it's going to be strange. I'm looking to the grandstands to my left. Well, we're going to miss the roar. There's no two ways about it, and it's going to just feel so strange. But I'm sure the action on this track will not let us down. I'm looking down the finish, and I can just feel my pulse racing in anticipation. The Champion Hurdle, what a race that should be. For me, I've got a little bit of sentimental support for Silver Streak, and I hope he runs a big race.
Rupert there, you just want to stress as well, we've not just wheeled you out for today, have we?
No, they wheel me out tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, 12 till 1. I'll be giving you great value. That's providing I've still got some money in the satchel.
Just a reminder, we are top price all runners in the Champion Hurdle, but we've gone even bigger, Honeysuckle at 6 to 4. Matt, will you tell our viewers where to find these Fred's pushes online?
I will do. There's a nice big button on the front of our website that says Price Boosts. It's clear, it's right next to the Cheltenham betting for day one, and that is where you will get Fred's boosts. As you can see, this is the race, but there were 5 to 4 Honeysuckle, but please go onto the Price Boost page. You can get 6 to 4 for that. Epitante, the reigning champion, is at 4 to 1. Goshen is at 6 to 1, and it's 12 to 1 bar. All these horses, though, are the best price you will get anywhere, and all these, apart from Honeysuckle, are on the drift because this is the gamble of the day. And Fred has gone 6 to 4. Just click on Price Boost and take advantage of that very generous offer.
I tell you what, I've read things about the Supreme's not very good because it's the smallest field ever, but the Champion Hurdle is an absolute cracker. You've got the gamble on Honeysuckle, you've got Goshen, of course, fell when about to win the Triumph last year, and you've got the defending champion in Epitante. But Epitante was beaten over Christmas at Kempton by Silver Streak. Let's hear from Silver Streak's trainer, Evan Williams.
Well, Evan, lovely to see Silver Streak again. He's getting better and better. I mean, how happy are you as he goes into yet another Champion Hurdle with perhaps an extra degree of expectation now?
Well, he's no doubt he's improved. His form has definitely improved. To win his Grade 1 in the Christmas Hurdle was something which I'd always tried to do. Well, it's just nice to, hey, look, to get there for another go at the Champion Hurdle would be fantastic.
How satisfied were you that he was able to win a big one?
He'd run so incredibly well on so many occasions and been second, and to get the breakthrough in the Grade 1 meant an awful lot.
He's only 8, and he is the marker, once again, of the Champion Hurdle division.
Well, he's a great horse to mark any performance by because, you know, he does normally run his race, and he's a tough horse. That's one thing that people have to realise. He's an extremely tough horse, and if you beat him, you've been in a race.
Well, the reigning champion couldn't beat him, as Evan Williams said there. This is him winning at Kempton, the Christmas Hurdle from the front, given a peach of a ride from Adam Wedge at Silver Streak. Sadly, he won't be on board today. He's injured, but Tom O'Brien does know the horse well. Epitante couldn't reel him in, but it's a different track and it's a different day. But Silver Streak, 25 to 1. Epitante, the reigning champion, just 4 to 1. He looks a big each-way price, but there's just one horse that the punters have come for, Mark, and that is Honeysuckle.
There certainly are. And Fred, why have you done this? You were already top price anyway. Why are you 6 to 4 Honeysuckle? Sky Bet 6 to 5. William Hill 6 to 5. Bet Victor 6 to 5. The sponsors Unibet 5 to 4. Why are you 6 to 4?
I tell you what, as a sponsor, you would never beat me. I would always be the top price. Unibet, you just said a 5 to 4. I don't even know who Unibet are. 6 to 4, that's my price. Why am I doing it? Because I want to give value, value, value. How many times have you heard me say that?
Unibet's what me and my mates used to do at college. Yeah. Used to have a bet at college. Right, this is last year, Fred. Epitante. I know you're good mates with JP McManus. Epitante, not really been talked about this year.
I think it's got every chance. And I know for a fact that it's fit. Probably that's a part of my reasoning that I've shoved the favourite out to take the favourite on, Honeysuckle. You take your chances. Honeysuckle is the horse of the race. But It's the favourite, and I'm taking the favourite on the Champion Hurdle, as I have done since I've been in business in 1967. I've always stuck my neck out on Champion Hurdle days. Well, most days, you know that, Mark.
But especially at Cheltenham.
Absolutely.
Very quickly, Fred, before we go to Matt, can you remember me and you were in here on Friday? We were watching the Triumph Hurdle. You'd pushed Goshen. You had it for about £1 million. You looked away. You thought Goshen had won, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, things like that happen, Mark. You know, you just take it on the chin. I mean, Goshen. What a relief that was when it came unstuck. For me, you know, it's me against you.
Yeah.
On Cheltenham Day, on Cheltenham Week, it's me against you. We will keep doing it. We will keep giving you value and keep coming. I was going to say keep coming into my shops. When the shops reopen, keep coming back in. But in the meantime, have a bet with me online.
Fred, it's just a different shop, that's all. It's online on the mobile. Goshen. I think Goshen can get Cheltenham redemption.
Well, just to mention, he did push Epperton last year, Freddie. You mentioned he pushed Goshen, he should have won. So you have got form for pushing the winners at Cheltenham. Honeysuckle is what you've done in the Champion. But let's talk about Goshen. At 11-2, he is in here. Third favourite, so unlucky in that Triumph Hurdle last year when well cleared. Bounced back to form at Wincanton. And I spoke to Matt Griffiths, the jockey, who's got a big ride tomorrow. He's good mates with Jamie Moore, and he's hopeful of redemption at Cheltenham this afternoon.
Yeah, I know which one I'd be shouting for. You know, after what happened last year with Jamie, and you wouldn't meet a nicer fella to ride against than Jamie and all the Moors. You know, they're smashing family, and I think, you know, Jamie kicked himself for last year, but you know, it's the way he rides, and it was just unfortunate the two shoes got stuck together for whatever reason, and if it hadn't happened, he wouldn't have fell off. It just sort of kicked him out the saddle. But yeah, you know, there'll be, even with no crowd, there'll be a fair roar at Cheltenham if Jamie's in front going to the last on Goshen, because he's a very popular fella, and I'd love to see Goshen win.
He is. I just want to touch on that. He's well received, isn't he, in the weighing room, and that was everyone's reaction afterwards. The Hodder family, they took it so gracefully, and I really do. A lot of people are looking for redemption for them this March.
Yeah, look, you know, Jamie said himself that Gary's been riding him out, and it's a massive family operation, obviously, with Josh, and you know, everyone knows how good Ryan is, and Hayley, and the whole team. You know, it's massive for the family, and you know, like I say, you would meet a nicer fella in the weighing room than Jamie, and it would mean a lot to him, I know, and his family and everybody. You know, no one would begrudge him winning.
Well, remember what happened in the Triumph Hurdle last year. This is Goshen back to form at Wincanton in the Kingwell, though. He skipped clear off the bend. He beat Song for Someone, who won the International Hurdle at Cheltenham in December. So this is real good form on his favoured soft ground. There was a collective holding of breath as he came to the last, but no issues this time around. And he was immediately slashed to second favouritism for the Champion Hurdle this year. Look at him, he absolutely canters clear. He's not even riding him, Jamie Moore, and he still goes on to win by 22 lengths. We know the Triumph Hurdle would have been a demolition job last year, although Catchit was the last horse to win that and then come on to win the Champion Hurdle. We know Firewood's haven't got the greatest of records, but he's a big player, and if he's in the form of that form or from last year, he's certainly going to serve it up to this mare, Honeysuckle. Now, I know we've been saying about what has she been beating over in Ireland, and it is the same horses, and a couple of these are taking her on yet again this afternoon. But Rachel Blackmore kicked off the bend here, and this was probably her most impressive display over in Ireland. She's won at the festival before. She won the Mare's Hurdle last year. She stays 2.5 miles. The ground is a little bit of a concern for some, but not for Connections. They think she'll handle it perfectly. The rain will have helped her, and the punters clearly cannot hear of defeat for her this afternoon. She was around about 2-1 last night. They've backed her all the way into 5-4, but Fred is giving you an opportunity to cheer her home, looking to make it 11 wins from 11 starts at 6-4.
There we are, 6-4 Honeysuckle. 6-4 Honeysuckle. That is a top price. Let's just have a quick look what else we've done for you. Like I said, I don't know how long these are going to be available. When we take enough dough, they will get chopped, but we will lay these. We have got Next Destination. That's getting backed in the last because a lot of people thought it was going to go for a different race, and that is getting well back today. Look at this. We've got odds on favourites in the first two races, 13-8 to 2-1. Don't back them in singles, back them in a double. And a lot of people are talking about this Concertista, won last year. They're the three hot pots. Look at that, 7-1. 7-1 for the three hot pots.
But look at the price it should be with everybody else. It's 9-2. That's the biggest price you're going to get anywhere.
It is with everyone else.
7-1 with me, yeah. 7-1.
Well, let's find out what price it is with everyone else. Big man, back to you.
Yeah, I've done some work, so let's have a look what we are then. Look at this. As I say, gamble of the day, Honeysuckle. In fact, there's 2 gambles of the day. The second one I'll talk about in a second. 5 to 4 Paddy Power must be their special offer of the week. 6 to 5 everywhere else. Fred's gone 6 to 4 Honeysuckle. She's never been beaten in 10 starts. 6 to 4 to make it 11 from 11 and become the champion hurdler for 2021. Then this double as well. Appreciate it for Willie Mullins and Shishkin for Nicky Henderson. Fred again taking on the big names of the sport and the fancy runners. 2 odds on shot to start the festival, and Fred's gone 2 to 1. Everyone else 6 to 4. So 2 to 1 for the first 2 favourites to win this afternoon. And then he throws Concertista in the mare's hurdle. Don't worry, Roxana beats that one, Fred. We'll get something back, I promise you. But it's a big price, isn't it? 7 to 1. 2.5 points bigger than everybody else for the 3 short price favourites on the card on day 1 of the festival. And I mentioned that second best backed horse of the day. That's this fella. Next Destination in the National Hunt Chase that concludes the card for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden. Just 9 to 4 at Coles and Ladbrokes. 5 to 2 at Paddy's and William Hill. Fred's standout 3 to 1. So the 2 best backed horses of the day, Honeysuckle and Next Destination, boosted to top price, and the 3 short price favourites on the card as well. Fred has combined in doubles and trebles.
There we are. Don't know how long they will last. Comments?
Yeah, I would say get on. While the value's there, get on, because they won't get any bigger. That's for certain, they won't get any bigger. And if they do get bigger, you're on at the new price anyway, aren't you? Best odds guaranteed. No other bookmakers doing this for you. Get on at those prices now.
I said a few moments ago, for any questions, any comments, any abuse, just send it in. But Matt, you've got some questions for Fred.
Yeah, I'll sift out some of the abuse. There's some nice ones. We just did reminisce briefly.
Well, give us abuse, it's fine.
Well, I'll give you some in a bit.
We're not bothered, are we, Fred?
I am. I'm very sensitive.
Sensitive soul. We talked about a few memories, but to talk about champion hurdles that you remember, Fred.
Well, I mean, the first champion hurdles I remember was... I started on my own in 1967. That was when I got my first licence. I could never remember when I got married, but I can remember the date I got my licence and I opened up. It was the 4th of September, 1967. The year after, a horse won it called Persian War, 1968. 1969, Persian War. 1970, Persian War. What a horse that was. I think that is probably one of the greatest hurdlers of all time.
Better in Istabrack?
I think it was in that class. 100% it was in that class. In its day, it was as good as anything. You know, I love jumpers. You know, I love Arkle, Millhouse, Dawn Run. These are names that come back to you, don't you? You just love them. I mean, what they've done, Istabrack, Sea Pigeon. You know,
Night Nurse.
Night Nurse. They rattle off the tongue, don't they? But my first introduction as a bookmaker on my own was Persian War, 68, 69, 70. Did my brains in on them.
Give us one more question, Matt.
Well, you mentioned in your brains, and someone's asked about 6 years ago this day, you were staring down the barrel of a gun until Annie Power came down at the last. How bad would it have been?
Oh, I mean, that was one relief. That I turned my back on it because what we'd done, we went a 4-timer.
I actually phoned you about 5 minutes before and told you how much it was.
What the liability
it was a hell of a...
Yeah.
Can you remember?
What was it, Mark? I remember what it is.
About 20 million, wasn't it?
It was in that order of 20 million. And I'll tell you what happened. We'd gone 20 to 1. The 4-timer.
You blame me for that.
20 to 1 the 4-timer. No, I never blame anybody. but I'd have killed you if it had won. So the first 3 have flown in. What price was Annie Power? Was it 4s on or something like that? 1 to 4? It was something like that. It was good odds on. On paper, it could not get beat. It came to the last. It was walking the race. I turned me back on the race and I just said, put it in, it's won. And what happened? There was a scream in the office. It had gone down, it fell on the floor, and I just couldn't believe it. I heard the reaction, it's fell, but I didn't know which one they were talking about because I had my back to it. Then I looked at the race, and I couldn't see Annie Power in the race, I thought.
Incredible.
Is it happening this? And it saved me all that money. I mean, that would have been a complete disaster for me.
It was about 20 million quid. It was Duvan, Undershow, Forheen, and then the only one I backed, Annie Power, because my daughter's called Annie. And I know we should have called my daughter Forheen.
And it was all Willie Mullins, wasn't it? The 4-timer there was Willie Mullins.
Yep.
Take him on.
And he still won the race when Annie Power fell, didn't he? With Glenn's Melody. Right, extra places throughout this week.
Get extra places in selected races at the festival. Betfred, at the heart of Cheltenham. Download our app or visit betfred.com.
5 places on the Ultima, which is the 230. 6 places on the 415, which is the Boodles Juvenile Handicap Hurdle, or most of us still call it the Fred Winter. And the National Hunt Chase, well, no amateurs this year. We are 4 places on that. And we have got the push in that next destination. One of the best backed horses of the day. Right then, I have put my lucky 15 on, by the way, but my bookmaker will not give me 10% extra if I get it all correct. So here is my lucky 15 today. I've gone for the Willie Mullins Outsider in the first, Blue Lord. I've gone for I Right in the Ultima. I've gone for an upset in the Close Brothers Mares Hurdle, Manila Melody, and I've gone for Red Saint Sam. Now the prices have changed a little bit, but look, you get a 10% bonus. So what's that, Fred? That's just over 1,200 quid extra. Well, 1,200 quid extra to me is a lot of dough.
It's what, you know, why would you go next door, or why would you go to any other bookmaker when you can get the bonuses off me? That's what I've built the reputation. That's what I've built Betfred through. Giving value, giving bonuses. I will continue to do it. Look at that, 10% on a lucky 15 or a Yankee, 20% on a lucky 31 Canadian, 25% on a 63 or a Heinz. Only with me at Betfred.
Breaking news. Let's go to Matt. Breaking news.
Yeah, this treble is under pressure. You've got about 4 minutes to get on. I think it's going to be going very shortly because it's massive. Look, 2.5 points bigger than everybody else. 9-2 for Appreciator odds on. Shishkin odds on. Constitutes short price favourite for the Mares Hurdle. All 3 combined. 9-2 everywhere else. Fred's giving opportunity. 7-1. But we can't keep it forever. Get on quick, Fred.
Let me ask you a question. When are they going to cut it? In 4 minutes, did you say?
It'll be very, very soon, you'd
Give
imagine.
them 10 minutes. Give them up to 25-2. Give it... Get your pens out. Get your fingers on them buttons and keep pressing.
You still can't use the shot's been closed, can you, unfortunately? It'll be open soon.
Isn't it a shame for all those shot punters? But you've got the button there, press the button and you're on.
The beauty is you're betting with, you're not betting with a corporate firm, you're betting with one man, you're betting with Fred, and he's just said, give it an extra 8 minutes. So will you email the traders, tell them they're keeping that treble now till 12:35. Right, Matt, talk Arkle.
Yeah, we'll do shortly. Let's just talk about the middle leg then, because Shishkin isn't here. One of the shocks is that Mark hasn't had Captain Guinness in his lucky 15, but surely he can't beat Shishkin. He's been imperious this year. 4-9. He won the Supreme Hurdle, Novice Hurdle 12 months ago, and he was very impressive, of course, in his chase wins to date. This is his win, as I mentioned then, at the festival last year. You see him in the Yellow and Black Silks coming through to beat Abracadabras, who's in the Champion Hurdle this year. Chantry House is in third. We'll see him later on in the week as well. He stays on really strongly up the hill. He was a big drifter this day. He was another Fred boost that went in. See, Fred does boost the winners at Cheltenham. This was won 12 months ago in the very first race. He drifted. He's not going to drift today. He's been backed into 4-9 in the middle leg of that huge treble, which Fred is giving you another 7 minutes to get involved in. So Shishkin, 4-9, there he is. 13-8 though, with Appreciate It for the first 2 favourites to go in, and 7-1 for that treble that he's going to go very shortly, Mark.
I think the beauty of these, Fred, is just, first of all, the double. A lot of people were thinking, well, I don't want to back something that's 4-9. Well, don't. Back it in the double at 2-1. Or chuck in the Mullins Concertista. I mean, look at that. He's won 14 of the 18 Mares races at the festival. Go for the treble at 7-1.
Well, it gives you an interest, doesn't it? I mean, I've got the interest watching all these races on TV, but it's nice when you've got a bit of the 7-1 when it's only 9-2. And what we just said, the traders want to cut it. They want to cut it at half-past. That treble will be cut at 25-1. So get on. You've got 6 minutes now. 6 minutes to get on it. No more than that. Press them buttons.
We're here talking about Cheltenham, but we love our numbers bets here at Betfred, by the way. And we'll be talking about the Irish Lotto tomorrow, which is every Wednesday and Saturday. But we have got this game that's exclusive to Betfred. It's called the Nifty 50. And you can watch the draws live on Betfred's website as well. They're every day, 11:30, 2:30 and 6:30. Very quickly, tell us about the Nifty 50.
The Nifty 50, yeah, it's a bet that we invented at Betfred, and it's exclusive to Betfred, as Mark said. And look at that there. There's 50 numbers. You pick 3 winning numbers, and that's what we pay you, 800 to 1
just for a quid,
picking.
isn't it?
For a £1 bet, we're giving you £800. For a £1 bet, you pick 4 numbers. Look what we're giving you, £10,000. Pick 5 numbers, £200,000. Value, value, value. As Mark said, 11:30, 1:30 and 6:30, 2:30 and 6:30. Every day of the week, 7 days a week, it's there for you. Have a look at it.
Back to Cheltenham in a moment, but what I love about this week is obviously the quality racing, and then on an evening, you've got Champions League football. Watch this. Right, Man City and Real Madrid both to win in 90 minutes. We are 2-1, 2-1. City are at home. They're 2-0 up as well against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Real Madrid at home, they are 1-0 up. So 2-1 for the double. What about this? Man City to win both halves. They're odds on, obviously, for a short price. They're at home. So to win both halves, we have gone 7-4. And Real Madrid and both teams to score. So Real Madrid to win and both teams to score, we have gone 3-1. That is what I love about Cheltenham Week. Quality racing and then quality football. And it really is an outstanding day's action for the greatest show on turf. It's day one here at Betfred. Can't wait.
Shishkin being lifted out the far side by Nicola Boyville. It's very tight between them.
But the kettle on is plucky, and she simply will not be denied.
Epatort is in front, and she's not for catching. Running the waterline, Honeysuckle is in front. She's trying to fend off the challenge, and she's done it. Oh, what Alain, emphatic. Champ storming through. Barry Geraghty on Champ has lifted the prize late on. A first festival victory, the champion chasers Palilolo. Samcro has his head in front. Mellon rallies close to the finish. It's tight. 50 yards to go. Min is hanging on grimly to win the Ryanair.
Listener Oscar has taken the stayers hurdle. He makes a desperate mistake. Burning victory has won the triumph hurdle. Montish is running as they hit the line. Montish in the centre.
Album photo, boy legs. Album photo. Back-to-back goal cups.
And we're just 48 minutes away from the first. We'll all be roaring in our living rooms today. You'll be roaring in your living rooms if this wins. 6-4. That is a top price for Honeysuckle. 6-4. That is a top price. Let's just have a look what else Fred has done. The treble, by the way. Let me have a look at the clock. You've got less than 2 minutes.
2 minutes for the treble.
Less than 2 minutes. But you don't have to leave your living room. You just have to click on and you get that treble at 7-1. And appreciate it. And Shishkin at 2-1. Matt, very quickly, tell the viewers where they find these specials and do price comparisons, please.
I will do, yes. So on the front of the website, or on the app as well, there's a big button that says Price Boost. It's next to all the Cheltenham Festival races. Price Boost right next to it. Click on that. You will find these. Honeysuckle, 6-4. Only 5-4 at Paddy Power. 6-5, Ladbrokes Cole and William Hill. 6-4, we are in this one. Then you've got the double as well. Appreciate it and Shishkin. 2-1 for the first 2 odds-on favourites to go in. Get a favourite backers off to the best start. They'll be popular to 2-1. General 6-4. And then this one 1. Oh, you're counting down, just a few seconds remaining. 7 to 1. Get on there quick. Price boost button.
Less than a minute, Matt.
Treble,
Less than a minute
7
to get it.
1.
Yeah.
9 to 2 everywhere else. And then next destination, another well-backed horse as well. 3 to 1. General 5 to 2. 9 to 4 in a place. Top price 3 to 1. Next destination.
Fred, what do you want to say?
Just let me repeat. You've got 1 minute for that.
Less
treble.
than 1 minute.
We've laid plenty of dough for it. They wanted to cut it at 1/2 They'll give you till 25 to. You've got 25 seconds to get on now. 7 to 1 the treble.
Thanks for everyone who is sending in comments and questions. It's much appreciated. It's good to know there's people watching out there as well. Matt, you've got some more questions for Fred.
Yeah, we're just talking about football, the Champions League, so we've got a couple of football ones for you, Fred. First of all, why did you put out on Man City early? You answered that one, and then follow it as well. Will United be challengers next season?
Why did I pay out on City? Because they passed the post, in my opinion. They're by far the best team this season. I mean, Liverpool were the best team last year. What's happened to them, I do not know. They've gone at the game. City's miles in front. And as a Manchester lad, I'm more than pleased to pay on them. I wish it was United, but it's not. Next year, maybe.
Let me just add a question to that.
Yeah, OK.
Why do you pay out early? You were the first ever bookmaker to do it back in 1998. Everyone thought you were mental then. Why pay out early?
But it's like giving value for money.
It goes wrong, though, Fred.
No, well, it does go
wrong.
It
went wrong in '98, didn't it?
It's gone wrong twice on me, where it's cost me lots and lots of dough. But I enjoy doing it. You know, I'm at heart, I'm working class. I'm a punter. I just enjoy the business that I'm in. I'm not corporate. You know that. We don't have to answer to accountants. I've only got to answer to myself. That's why I do it. If you've not drawn your money yet, go and draw it at... well, you can't draw it in the shops because they're closed, but when the shops are open, go and get your dough back.
So, about 3:45 this afternoon, when Appreciates won, Shishkin won, and Concertistas won, are you going to tell yourself off?
No. I'll pour myself another little drink and have a sip. That's what I'm going to do. And there was another question there. Are United contenders next year? We need slightly to improve. I think we're there, or getting there. I think Solskjaer's done a wonderful job after the bad hand he was left with Mourinho. The team he was left was a mess. He's cleared out the cupboard there, got rid of non-triers. We've brought some good people in. His transfer targets have been very good. I think we still need somebody who can score goals for us. We need a centre forward as much as anything.
Need a proper old-fashioned number 9, I think.
We need a number 9. And if you wanted to pin me down on it, it would be Haaland. Is his name Haaland, the kid from
everyone wants
Dortmund?
him.
I mean, he looked very special. Harry Kane would be very nice, but if you give me the choice, I'd go for Haaland. And I think we are contenders next year. We're not going to be favourites. City's going to start favourite again, but I think we're going to be second favourites for certain.
Interesting stuff. Right, next destination. A top price of 3 to 1 is getting cut at $12.40. Special offers throughout the week, including money back if you finish second, and today it's in the Supreme.
The one we've all been waiting for.
Get your money back as a free bet if your horse finishes second in selected races this Cheltenham. Betfred, at the heart of Cheltenham. Download our app or visit betfred.com.
There we are, so money back as a free bet if you're second in the Supreme, up to £10. Up to £10. Right, so we kick off not at 1:30, it's 1:20. But we still kick off with the Supreme. Appreciate it. It's in that double. That's what you want to be backing at 4 to 5. It's been well backed. Appreciate it. Willie Mullins got a great record in this race. Won the race 6 times. Well, the main British challenge is Metier, trained by Harry Fry, who's got a good record at Cheltenham as well. Nowhere near to Willie Mullins, of course. And let's hear from him on his Tolworth winner.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, Metier would be our biggest hope, and we're pretty sure that the Supreme obviously is the target. He's been in good form since his Tolworth win, and we decided in the end to skip the rearranged Betfair to keep him fresh and well for the opening race of the festival. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Well, to think that he was it back at the end of October, he won at Newton Abbot. With all due respect to Newton Abbot, you don't normally expect to see a horse win there that goes on to be one of the best British challengers for the Supreme. Has he surprised you how well he's developed over the year?
I think so. He's always schooled very well, and he flatters to deceive at home, and albeit he had good flat form, and that's the reason why we bought him. And we just wanted to start him off quietly and let him build and progress and not overface him. And we were obviously delighted with how he performed at Newton Abbot, took a step forward at Ascot and progressed again at Sandown. So hopefully he can keep on that upward curve. He'll need to beat the best in novices over 2 miles.
So plenty of people fancy Harry Fries, but if you want to follow the dial, appreciates odds on being really, really well backed for Willie Mullins. And talking of Willie Mullins, he had never won the Gold Cup until Album Photo a couple of years ago, and Album Photo is going for the hat-trick this year. It's 3:05 on Friday. It's the feature race of the week. It's the well-child Cheltenham Gold Cup.
Cheltenham Gold Cup. Album Photo, back-to-back Gold Cup.
Five past 3 on Friday, and this is Album Photo winning last year. So Willie Mullins never won the Gold Cup, and then 2 years ago he wins with Album Photo, and now he is going for the hat trick, and that is on Friday at 3:05. And I've just got the feeling on Friday you'll be probably top price Album Photo, won't you?
Well, what I've got to say to you is this. The first time it won, it was the result of results for it. It was fantastic. So it owes me nothing. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be pushing it out because it owes me nothing at all. It was a great result for me.
Let me talk Gold Cup. It's been very good to you. Norton's Coin, 100-1.
That was fabulous.
Bobsworth. Black Friday, I think you still call it, don't you?
Anti-fabulous. That was one bad result. We went 9-4 in the morning and we got absolutely filled in. It cost us millions when it won. Everybody was saying it'll walk it, and I was saying it's the Gold Cup. We've got a chance in this one. Push it out in price. I was at Cheltenham with you. We were doing a press interview in the morning, and there I was with my chest stuck out saying lay, lay, lay. And it cost me.
Still a great race, isn't it? Look, we love the Grand National, but there's something special about the Cheltenham Gold Cup.
Well,
isn't there?
let me tell you, one of the greatest races that I ever remember there was a little horse called Dawn Run, won by a mate of mine, John Joe O'Neill. At the time, I'd like to have shot him. He got up on the line with that when he should never have got up on the line. That was one stinking result for it, but I'm still friends with John Joe. But I've had some fabulous Gold Cups there. There's some great horses. And win or lose, you don't take anything away from them. You give it to them.
Quickly, Matt, do the betting, and then we're going to get some more questions for Fred.
Yeah, 11-4 Album Photo. What will Fred do? What price will he go, you'd imagine, on Friday? 4-1 Appaloo Tar, 9-2 Champ, named after AP McCoy, of course. 8-1 Royal Pagai, who switched to this race. He's going for gold. Venetia Williams charged, double figures the rest.
Let's save that for Friday. Got some more questions for Fred.
Yeah, well, I think I know the answer to this one, but it is, which horse are you most scared of winning today, Fred?
Well, that's quite easy. I'm scared of them all. Because this is the meeting this is the meeting when the boys come out to bet, when they get the wallets out. This is not for the posers. These for people who like to bet, and that's what I like to do. And I like to take them on. So I'll be looking at every single race. I'll be glued to that TV today.
But even if Appreciate wins, Shishkin wins, Contentista wins, Honeysuckle wins, we're back tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah, and I'll be
just 1-0 down.
Paying out with a smile, and I'll say to you tomorrow, I'm checking you on again.
Matt, more questions, please.
Yeah, well, just what does Cheltenham mean to you, Fred?
I think it's the greatest race course in the world. I think this festival is something very, very special. Not only special, it's completely unique in my opinion. I wish I was there. I've had some great times there, some good drinks. You know, one of the things that I used to do was go to John Joe O'Neill's for breakfast and then go to the course, have a few drinks, meet people there, have the banter. And I love the Irish. I love the Irish coming there, you know, with the wallets, get them open, in the Guinness tent there. It was fabulous. This is one meeting that you should be at.
I picked you up the Saturday morning after Synchronise.
I remember
You
that.
were still drunk.
Yeah, just Synchronise won it, and John Joe threw a party in the hotel near the racecourse there. I went to it. I was there till 3 o'clock in the morning, and Matt was picking me up, and we went down to Uttoxeter to watch the Grand National, didn't we?
The Midlands Grand National.
The Midlands Grand National. We were there, and that was hard work, but some fabulous times.
Right. Clear off, get your slippers on, watch for racing, see you tomorrow.
And I'm going to get my punting boots on, never mind my slippers.
That'll be your slippers.
Oh, all
right, I'm just going to recap what extra places we've got today.
Get extra places and selected races at the festival. Betfred, at the heart of Cheltenham. Download our app or visit betfred.com.
Right, the extra places. So we have 5 places each way on the Ultima at 2:30. We are 6 places on the 4:15, which is the Boodles Juvenile Handicap Hurdle. It's the Fred Winter to most of us. And we're 4 places on the National Hunt Chase as well, which is the 4:50. We've got bonuses as well on our lucky bets as well. If you want to do a lucky 15 today and you get it all correct, we'll give you a 10% bonus. If you get a lucky 31 up, we'll give you a 20% bonus. Get a lucky 63 up and we'll give you a 25% bonus. And I'm delighted to say Matt has stepped in where Fred was sitting. Unfortunately, Matt won't be doing any pushes, but we will be talking about the racing. What about the 2:30, Matt?
Yeah, the Ultimate's nice to take the weight off my feet. The 2:30, the Ultimate, looking forward to, like you say, 5 places each way. There's there's been a move for a few days, hasn't there, on Happy Go Lucky. He's been really well back. Could be a real big week for Kim Bailey. David Bass on board, already a winner at the track this year. 100-30. I Right, second in the Hennessy. Place in the Charlie Hall as well. 11-2, Richard Johnson on board. I'm quite sweet on Milan Native, who's won at the festival before. He's at 13-2.
By the way, Matt will be here at 6 o'clock every evening. 6 o'clock every evening, Matt will be here, wrapping up the day, looking ahead to the next day. And his guest is Joel Ross. And Joel is very keen on one in the Ultima Handicap.
Race 3, day 1, the Ultima Handicap Chase. I've been banging on about this horse for a while now, and people have got involved because he's a market mover. I Right is the horse in question we're talking about. You can't knock the form. 3rd, Charlie Hall Chase. 2nd, Ladbroke Trophy, that took the massive boost from that cloth cap form. 2nd in Skybet Chase on soft ground. The ground will be better at Cheltenham this time of year, and I think he'll go a lot better here. 5th last year in the RSA when he pretty much took every single fence home with him as a souvenir. He's rated 154 off a high weight, many people would say, but I think it's an absolutely cracking bet this year. Callum Bewley is rode him in 21 of his 22 starts, doesn't take the ride, he's suspended, taken over the veteran, Richard Johnson. So Dicky takes over. He's the only other jockey to win on I Right, and he's ridden him once, and he's 1 from 1. Hopefully, in the Ultimate Handicap, Dicky will be 2 from 2. I Right is my tip.
I Right is 11-2. Happy Go Lucky is Burlington Bertie, Matt.
He is, yes. He's been really well back for this. Novices have such a good record. And this was a novice chase that he was winning back early on in the season. Beating Hold That Note. The mighty Don, who runs the National Hunt Chase a little later on today. Hold That Note is one of the favourites for the Kim Muir on Thursday as well. So he's got festival contenders in behind him when he wins this very nicely. So he handles the track. He got beaten at Fakenham, wasn't his cup of tea at all. And Kim Bailey's had such a fantastic season. He's had just 2 festival winners this century, and yet he could have a very good week indeed.
This is a Happy Go Lucky, the favourite there for the Ultima, and Matt's just mentioned it. Kim Bailey's squad is very, very good going to this Cheltenham, and Rupert Bell caught up with a trainer who's just trained 6 miles away from Cheltenham. So let's hear from Kim Bailey.
It's taken a while to get there, but I mean, I have to say we got the best bunch of horses we've ever had to go to Cheltenham. You know, I don't believe in taking horses to Cheltenham for a day out, and they've got to go there for, you know, to run well. And you know, we're going to take 6 or 7 horses there, which would have a serious chance if everything goes according to plan.
How proud are you now when you walk round your yard of a morning to see a brass plaque outside First Flow's box?
Well, obviously very pleased. I mean, having a Grade 1 winner is for any trainer is the most important. That's why you do it. And you know, those are the accolades you get out of the sport. Some people have got a lot of plaques. I don't have that many. Yeah, I'm just thrilled for the owner, Tony Solomons, who's been probably the most loyal supporter I've ever come across. And you know, it's a team effort here, and we will make it as much fun as possible. And you know, to have him here as a horse is great.
Is he one of the quirkiest, most talented horses you've trained?
Well, he's certainly a bit of an oddball, and we've been lucky. You know, we've had some good horses like the Last Samurai, who was an oddball as well. And you have to work around their own particular personalities to try and work out the best way of dealing with them. It makes it more fun. You know, the other horses are, you know, plainly boring and just get on and do things. With him, you really have to concentrate what you're doing.
If he does get his jumping right, can you see him winning?
Of course, I've got to say yes, because at the end of it, why do you go there? Can we beat Willie Mullins? Watching the race the other day, I felt we needed probably a fence start, but you know, I mean, you know, the English horses I like to think we're going to go very close with, but what they bring across from the water is going to be a different ball game.
You've also got some other really talented horses, Imperial Aura, the frustrations of Kempton, but you haven't lost faith in this horse. You think we can see it, what he's done. He's talented.
He's hugely talented, and hopefully that'll never happen again. It was a prime case, I think, and David thinks that he just lost concentration going into the fence and saw something. He's that sort of horse. I mean, if you go and watch the rerun of Ascot, you'll find him spending half the downhill fences looking at the camera car beside him. He's a little bit quirky in that respect, but he's hugely talented. He's got a very, very good cruising speed, and on the whole, he's been a very good jumper. And yeah, I think he's a very progressive horse. I believe him to be as good as we've had for a while, but he's a different horse to everybody else. You know, he's a different horse to First Flow. You know, if you work the two together, it wouldn't happen. So we sit there praying it's all going to go the right direction.
Kim Bailey and First Flow would look to have a chance in the Queen Mother tomorrow.
Certainly will, yeah. That rain that he had on Sunday night will certainly help him. He was dominant, wasn't he, at Ascot, beating the reigning champion. So, well, for that form, he's a big player. No Altior, of course.
No Altior, unfortunately. Just a reminder, we are top price all runners in the Champion Hurdle. We're at top price as well, Honeysuckle at 6-4. That is still available. Let's take a look at the 4:15, the Boodles Juvenile Handicap Hurdle of the Fred Winter. We're 6 places each way on that. 6 places each way. St Sam, I know Willie Mullins has talked the owners into running in it in this race. Me and you are quite keen on one at a big price, but I think I'll be chasing the 6 places each way, Matt.
Certainly, yeah. Well, you mentioned St Sam. I don't think he'll be able to beat Quilixios and turn that form around, so this looks the most winnable opportunity for him. Hugree's been a big gamble in the last few days for Paul Nicholls and Harry Cobden, the ex-French runner. His form ties in close with Hon Public, who's double his price, so that's interesting. But you mentioned the one at a big price, Curious Bride. A winner, beat some of these 2 starts ago in January, pulled up last time out, 2.5 miles, bottomless ground, wasn't her cup of tea at all. I think she's a big player. And you mentioned 6 places, why not have a dart at a big price?
Some of us backed it last night at a big price as well, Matt. Right then, let's turn our attention to the Mares Hurdle. This is Honeysuckle last year.
Yeah, obviously she's favourite for the Champion Hurdle. Now Honeysuckle. This is her beating Benediger 12 months ago in the Mares Hurdle, over 2.5 miles. And we're going to talk about the Mares Hurdle next because I'm a big, big fan of one of this. But we mentioned Benediger finishing second here. This is just one of 4 Willie Mullins reverses in the Mares Hurdles at the festival. 14 out of 18 he's won.
Let's have a look at the betting for the 3:40, the Mares Hurdle, and obviously it's a Mullins hot pot, and as Matt said, 14 out of 18 Mares races won by Willie Mullins. He's dominated this race over the years as well, thanks to Q Vega, so Concertista 6-5, and let's have a look at Concertista winning the novice mares last year, but this is impressive, Matt.
It is, yeah. I mean, look where they are. Just going towards the last flight. There's about 4 in a line. She could
behind you,
really
actually,
well.
Matt,
yeah, I know. They are, yeah. Dolcito's second is a Dolcito's a non-runner who finishes in second, but this
You'd be no good on Monday Night Football, would you?
This is her. It's all over the place. This was her first win over hurdles. She lost a maiden tag here. Then she's won 2 on heavy ground over in Ireland this year, beating the same horses. I just don't think the form, although as impressive as she is, like you say, I don't think the form amounts to anything compared to what Roxana's achieved this year, when behind Paisley Park.
Come on then, bore me. Why is Roxana your nap?
Just because of that form. Third to Time Mill and Paisley Park. I'm not sure that Concertista would have been able to achieve as much as she has. So impressive when winning at Wetherby, beating Next Destination, who's favourite for the National on Chasing the Last. Her form this year has been absolutely brilliant, and she was a single-figure price for the Stays Hurdle when not switching targets, before this one was made to be a definitive target. So I would have them a lot closer together in the market. I think she's a huge price.
So, Roxana is your nap of the whole meeting?
I think on price ground she should be 6-4, 13-8, and she's 3-1. And I think although she's only got 1 to beat, I don't think it's the deeper renewal as it was 12 months ago. We know she's active there. She's won this race before. Yeah, why not?
Right, we're top price all runners in the Champion Hurdle, and that includes a boost on Honeysuckle, 6-4. That is the biggest price you will find on the planet. Let's go to our man at Prestbury Park. It's Rupert Bell talking about the feature.
Well, the Champion Hurdle, I have to say, I'm just so excited about this particular renewal. Well, I think it's going to really elevate this strangest of Cheltenham festivals. I'm standing on the course looking back towards Cleve Hill, where the course is looking just absolutely fantastic. Soft, good to soft in places are the conditions for the meeting today. A little bit of rain around as well, but I think all in all it should be just a terrific race. Now, Honeysuckle, Epatante, Goshen, they're the big 3. I think Silver Streak won't disappoint. He is the marker as far as hurdling form is concerned. But overall, I think Honeysuckle, she's going to take a little bit of beating. But for me, I really hope Silver Streak runs a big race, and I'm not going to desert him in this particular race.
Thanks, Rupert. We'll hear from Rupert throughout the week. And he's commentating on the races on TalkSport this afternoon as well. Right, selection time for the Champion Hurdle.
Selections, I think Honeysuckle's going to be very hard to beat. Would love to see Goshen win it, but I think she's going to be very hard to beat. She's never been beaten in her life. Why should she start now?
Oh, I think Goshen. I think redemption for Goshen. Arkle,
Shishkin,
penalty kick.
Yeah. Maybe Captain Guinness to follow moments of forecast, but yeah, Shishkin, penalty kick, I think.
Yeah, I've backed Captain Guinness and put the kettle on in a double in the Queen Mother tomorrow. We talked about the gamble in the last on Next Destination. There's another one getting backed as well, and it's a pipe horse. You've always got to beware when a pipe horse is getting backed. And we can hear from David Pipe on Remastered.
Remastered, very good at Ascot the other day. He's in the 3 mile novice chase, the 3 mile 6, and the Ultima 3 mile handicap. We prefer softer ground for him. All his form is on soft, heavy ground. He has got 1 piece of form on good to soft ground behind Daxel Drasher over hurdles, so that's not looking too bad now. He looks a better chaser than a hurdler. Very brave performance last time, and I would imagine we'll go there in something.
I'm going to say it looks as though he will run. It's a question of in what. Is that a fair way of looking at it?
Yeah, I think so. I have to keep chatting with the owners. I think he deserves to take his chance.
And clearly, too, I mean, he's another one that has progressed really nicely, but it was his jumping that won him the day at Ascot.
Yeah, he's very, very quick, very neat. His jump at the last sealed it. He hasn't always been the strongest of battlers in the past, but you can't fault him this season.
Yeah, David Pipe, I love it when a pipe horse is getting backed. 8-1 last night when I looked at Remastered into 11-2. Next Destination really well backed at 5-2, but just very quickly, Matt, there'll be a lot of people thinking, what, Galvin, 4-1?
No, I'm one of them as well, yeah. He prep for this race all season, second of the festival last year, won here in October as well. There's been good support for Escaria 10, but Jamie Codd said this was one of the horses that he was so excited about coming over to ride. Sadly, he can't ride at this year's festival, but he's on the drift 4-1. Such has been the money for Remastered and Next Destination.
Right then, just recap. It's not just your nap for today. It's the nap for the whole festival. What is it?
She's got one horse to beat, which is a very good one in Concertista, but I just think the prices are totally wrong. I think they should be much closer to joint favourites. Her form for me, by Paisley Park and Time Hill, outweighs what Concertista has achieved on heavy ground novices over in Ireland, and I think she's a very, very likeable mare, and I think she'll go very close. And yeah, I'm going to make her my nap of the week.
Wow.
Roxana, by the way. I don't think I named it, did I? Roxana in the Mare's Hurdle.
I'm going to go for Goshen in the Champion Hurdle, where we had top price all runners in the Champion Hurdle. Well, last year, shortly after the Cheltenham Festival, the world changed. We've still got a few hurdles to get over, but this afternoon we have got 7 quality races to enjoy. Thanks for watching. I'm back at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with the morning line. Matt will be back at 6 o'clock tonight, wrapping things up. And Fred's back tomorrow with some more pushes at midday. Enjoy day 1 of the 2021 Cheltenham Festival.
Shishkin being lifted on the far side by Nicola Boyville. It's very tight between them.
But the kettle on is plucky and she simply will not be denied.
Epatont is in front and she's not for catching. Running the waterline. Honeysuckle is in front. She's trying to fend off the challenge and she's done it. Oh, what a lead. Emphatic. Champ storming through. Barry Geraghty on Champ has lifted the prize late on. A first festival victory. The champion chasers Politolo. Samcro has his head in front. Mellon rallies close to the finish. It's tight. 50 yards to go. Min is hanging on grimly to win the Ryanair.
Listener Oscar has taken the stayers hurdle. Goshen makes a desperate mistake. Burning victory has won the triumph hurdle. Monkfish is running as they hit the line. Monkfish in the centre.